Yo, what's up, everybody? This is episode 11 of the Crunch Time podcast. It's 7:55 in the morning. We're definitely doing an early podcast today for no reason at all. It just felt like one of those days you had to wake up and you just wanted to just get on it right away to start your day off right. This is gonna be a little different for me though. I probably should have maybe had something to drink because my voice is very rappy, but that's okay because we're just gonna go through it and just talk about everything we need to talk about, and our voice will clear up as time goes on. But the main topic of the day is gonna be about game one of the NBA Finals yesterday between the Suns and the Bucks. And then we're gonna have our weekly update on how the MLB standings are doing and which teams are doing good and which teams have fallen off. I'm very excited to talk about that. So many reasons. But first, I think we need to just get right into yesterday's game one between the Suns and the Bucks. If we just want an overall, just general opinion on how the game went, it went about not the way how I thought it was gonna go. For one, I didn't think Giannis was actually gonna play. I'm just keeping that 100% honest. I didn't think he was gonna play. I thought he was gonna sit out game one and put him in game two. That wasn't the case. He actually came back for game one. I'm very surprised about. I actually didn't think the Bucks would pull the trigger, and he actually didn't even look that bad. I mean, when it's the last games of the season and you fall down 1-0, I mean, it really just doesn't matter at that point. It just matters about how you win the series. It doesn't matter about the next series, because this is the finals. So regardless, you're down one game, like that's cool, like you can live being down one game, especially at the beginning of the series. So for the Bucks, they can easily bounce back for sure. But I definitely didn't expect Giannis to play. For the Bucks, they had the game, then they kind of let it slip away. I'm not gonna lie, they had it, they let it slip away. For Giannis though, he had 20 points and 17 rebounds in his debut. He shot a little bit better from the free throw line. He shot 7 for 12. That's something he wouldn't, that's kind of, I mean, I wouldn't really say it's good, but he's definitely improving on his free throws for sure. The highest leading scorer for the Bucks was actually Chris Middleton with 29 points, shot 12 for 26. He shot 5 for 12 from 3. He had a really good game. I definitely enjoyed his point of view. Just shooting the basketball, making himself a first option. As we all know, Giannis didn't know how he was going to come out and play. The one thing for Chris Middleton, though, is that he had no free throws. He had no free throw attempts, and that's something that's really big in this game. That the Bucks didn't get many free throws. They didn't get many free throws. They from everybody, from their whole team. I mean, Giannis was the only one really shooting free throws. I mean, I believe Devin Booker went perfect for free throws. He went 10 for 10 with free throws. Devin Booker did. But I think, to me, it's crazy is that the Suns led the free throw category by a big margin. I'm gonna look it up right now actually, because it's actually it's actually a large margin that was going on. That was humongous. The Bucks shot 9 for 16 from the free throw line, while the Suns, or no, not 9 for 16 from the free throw line. That was 9 for 16 from the free throw line, and then for the Suns, 25 for 26. Right, if I believe so. Yes. 7 for 26. Yeah. Not 7 for 26. Wow, I'm already messing this up. 25 for 26. They had 26 free throw opportunities, while the Bucks only had 16, which is a humongous margin, or a double digits margin. So that's not even like a okay. Well, they didn't really get many calls because they in the finals, the crowd gets favored. When the crowd gets into the game, the rest kind of favor the home team more, and I mean that's just what happened. And the Bucks didn't really get to the free throw line that much. As Devin Booker almost had more free throw attempts than the entire Bucks team, so I mean that's definitely something. But regardless of the free throws, it was a good game in general. I mean, it was actually a really good game in general though. Like it was definitely. There was definitely a turning point around the third quarter where the Suns were breaking away and Chris Paul took over. And just speaking about Chris Paul, his first ever finals game, which I know I was gonna stop saying yesterday, but it's first ever finals game. The man drops 32 points, like 32 and 9, like for real. That's crazy. Like he the point god. I'm calling Chris Paul the point god. I really want to see Chris Paul get that ring too, because I really do think he deserves it. I want to see him get that ring, but I just something about me just says the Bucks are gonna win this series. Like I'm just being completely honest. Something about me just says they're gonna win this series. But I really want to see Chris Paul get that ring. Devin Booker 27 points. DeAndre Ayton had 22 points and 19 rebounds in his debut, which is very impressive. I know comparison I made about Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton, calling them like the next Kobe and Shaq. Well, I didn't call them the next Kobe and Shaq. I said the way how they play, the way how they've been playing like it's been like Kobe and Shaq. And in these playoffs, as in like Devin Booker is like the guard who takes over in the final minutes, and DeAndre Ayton's like that big man who dominates the entire game, dominates the boards, gets points, gets the second chance points and whatnot. That's what I kind of mean. But yeah, I mean it was a very good game until it got to around the third quarter where the Suns were just kind of pulling ahead. I think one guy I think Drew Holiday is a guy we gotta point out, because the way how the Bucks need to move in like a fast tempo against the Suns, because the Suns they got a great defense, and the way how the Suns position themselves on defense against the Bucks in game 1 was actually really good. And I think Drew Holiday needs to run the offense a little bit faster. He 9 assists, 7 rebounds, 10 points. That's nice. But just wasn't enough, and I think he's just he might have to run it a little bit faster, because the Suns are positioning themselves in great spots. Great spots to defend. To defend everybody and whatnot. But yeah, game 2 is Thursday at probably same time, Thursday, same time. And I think it'll definitely be a different game. I think Giannis, he actually played really well. Giannis did, but I believe he'll bounce back, have a better game. Have like a normal game he has, and then let's just hope that guys like Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday step up. I feel like the Bucks, they gotta play Bobby Portis more, because I don't know, every time I was watching the game, like I just never saw him out there. Maybe I might be wrong, but I feel like he just needs to be out there just a little bit more. I don't know, I could be wrong though. I don't know, I could be wrong, but yeah, like I really, like I said yesterday, Bobby Portis is he only played 14 minutes yesterday, so yeah, I definitely think Bobby Portis needs to play a little bit more. I'm actually saying, I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but it is the truth to me. Man needs to play a little bit more. Because like I said, he brings that anger and that aggression to the team. And honestly, like that's what I believe. Is that he can be a very valuable asset in the long run. I mean, I really think that Mike Budenholzer, he didn't switch. He already didn't make adjustments while the game was going on. And I think that's one thing that I saw. I think that's one thing that he sometimes can lack sometimes, is he doesn't make adjustments in the game at like the most important times in the game. And then when he does, they're already down by like 10 to 15. I think that's something that he missed out on, is that he could have easily adjusted to stop switching Devin Booker and Chris Paul and Miles Bridges and Cam Johnson on Byron Forbes, because Forbes was getting rocked from the defensive side. They were making buckets all over him. So I think that's definitely one thing that you gotta adjust to, is that they're definitely getting good looks over him. You gotta definitely switch somebody else. And then like for having like Bobby Portis like switch to like the point line, is kind of like, or the 3-point line on Chris Paul, and got absolutely just violated. Absolutely violated. That's definitely something that you need to watch out for. Is like, I don't know if that was supposed to happen or not, but that switch definitely looked like it was supposed to happen, the way how everybody was moving. So that's just things you gotta just rotate the game on. And he said in this post game interview, he's like get better, watch film, and then get ready for game 2. So man, it's a long road. It's the last games of the season, so you just gotta like watch all the film you can, and then just get better. Yeah, who I got winning game 2? I got the Bucks winning game 2. Like I said, I had the Suns winning game 1. I said I had the Suns winning game 1, then I had the Bucks winning game 2. That's what I got. That's what I got so far. What I got right now. We won't like any more other game predictions, because that's just a little too much. Just try to predict the winner of each game. So we'll just do Bucks and 7. Predict the series, and we'll just go on with that. But yeah, Bucks and 7. Bucks win game 2. Suns actually blew out. Yeah, Suns with the blowout win over the Bucks, 118 to 105. It's a very good win for the Suns. Very commanding win. It was a domination of a win for them. But anyway, now we gotta talk about baseball, man. I'm very disappointed right now in the Cubs. I'm very disappointed. We haven't been on here for a week, and I believe, I certainly believe this. If I can get a calendar out, because this is gonna be very important for what I'm about to say. We get a calendar out for their schedule right now. Well, not even really. I mean, it's kind of just been, it's been all over the place for the Cubs. I mean, they lost yesterday like 15-9. Like the hitting is there, but it's, I don't know, man. Like I'm so depressed. It's so depressing. Seeing this team lose, bro. Like we went on vacation. We went on vacation, or I went on vacation. July, I left for vacation to Cali. On June 30th, which was the day they lost to the Brewers 7-15. The last time we talked about the Cubs was Tuesday. That was before they played the Brewers. Since then, they have lost. They are on an 11-game losing streak, and the last time we talked about them was Tuesday, June 29th. They have now lost 1, 2. They've now lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games in a row. And are right now on an 11-game losing streak. And just lost to the Phillies 10-15. 10-15. Like, my God. The pitching, like yesterday against the Phillies, or 2 days ago against Monday, 13-3. The pitching has been god awful. The hitting, the hitting is just slowing down for the Cubs. They have literally just gone. They've gone down. They just can't. After that no hitter, they're just going down. After that no hitter, they just can't. They can't seem to just get hot, as a whole unit itself. Mr. Javier Baez is hitting tanks, but and it's getting hot, and it's getting people in, having good games, but the entire team in general is just not doing good. People are injured and people are getting back, but now the Cubs were looking like, oh wow, they're actually like they're like one of those. They're a good team right now. They might actually start trying to buy, not to sell, but now they're selling. They're selling. The trade deadline, they're selling. They went from second. They went from first place all the way down to fourth place. They haven't won a game in 2.5 weeks. So they're on an 11-game losing streak. They are the worst team in baseball right now. They are literally the worst team in baseball, like, for real. Like, it's not even the Diamondbacks right now are doing better than them over the last 2 weeks. Actually insane. It is crazy. It's actually insane. It's just really bad. The Cubs, their point differential is -20. Their road record is 16-29, and they're folding like a pancake right now. And really, they gotta reboot the whole thing. But yeah, they gotta reboot the whole thing. That's all I gotta say. And for the division, the Brewers are 51-35. The Reds are now 44-41. Very interesting. Yeah, they're gonna be good. They're gonna be good. I wouldn't mind the Reds actually getting Trevor Story at the trade deadline. Could you imagine that? Trevor Story on the Reds. Like, that team would be. I would favor that team to win the division. I would. I'm being serious. I would. The Cardinals are 43-44. They slumped hard too, but now they're on a little bit of a nice winning streak after beating the Giants 2 nights in a row, I believe. But yeah, let's look on the other side of the side in Chicago. The White Sox beat the Twins yesterday. We're in last place. Wow, injuries do really affect your team. The White Sox, unless you're the White Sox, they don't affect your team whatsoever. The White Sox are missing tons of guys, and they're still 15 games over 500. They beat the Twins yesterday. Billy Hamilton made a amazing catch yesterday in the rain too. It's like in the rain while it's slippery and everything. Dove it. It was such a great play, and then splat just everything, and it was like, oh, well, you gotta clean that jersey. Tonight type moment, where for people who have played baseball, like the catch he made, like that, that's a very difficult catch. I played in outfield when I played baseball. That catch is not easy to make. Have I made it? I'm something similar to that, but nothing the way how he did that though. Like that was. No, that was. He dove for it, and his vertical, his arm span. Like I can't even explain that. Like he kind of like he dove for it and then like his left hand, like he was shooting for the star and just grabbed it and then flap just landed, just belly flopped. Which actually hurts in the rain, but that was crazy. It was just an amazing catch. It was a ninth inning too. It was like 4-1, but it definitely would have saved that extra base hit though. So anything is possible. But yeah, I mean the White Sox, they have the difference between the White Sox and the Cubs. The Cubs don't have pitching and hitting at the same time when they want it to work. The White Sox, they do. The White Sox have a plus 94 differential compared to the Cubs, who have a negative 20. Negative 20, which is that's definitely something. Here's a fun fact: the entire NL West almost has a higher point differential than everybody else in the league, besides the White Sox. Yes, the one team who is in 4th place in point differential this season is the Padres, and the White Sox are in 3rd place. The two other teams are the Dodgers, who are in 2nd place with 119, and the Giants, who have 103. Now, clearly, we know which teams are going to be in the wild card and who's going to, as it's clearly stated as the next best team. Well, first, let's read off the NL West standings. The Giants are in 1st place, 53 and 32. The Dodgers are half game back with 33 losses with 53 wins, and the Padres are 3.5 games back with 51 wins and 37 losses. So right now, the Padres with 51 wins and 37 losses would be the number 2 wildcard team. The next team that would be in that situation, that have a chance for that second wildcard spot, would be the Reds, who are 44 and 41. There's a trend here. It would be the Cardinals, who are 43 and 44. Then guess who it would be? It would be the Phillies, who are 41 and 42. Then the Cubs, who are 42 and 44. Then Nationals, and so on. But yeah, the NL West is definitely heavy. It's is heavy right now, and it's definitely it'll just matter about who wins the division. Because whoever wins the division, the NL West will most likely face the winner, whoever wins that wild card game, most likely. I'm predicting right now, if the Reds don't do anything at the trade deadline, I'm predicting the Mets and the Brewers in the divisional round, and I'm predicting the Mets to win the NLCS. That's the way how I see things right now. Because right now, the NL East, the Marlins right now, they're in rebuild mode, but they ain't doing that bad. They're not doing that bad. I like the Marlins. The Braves, they fell off like a stone. They fell off heavy. I don't know what the Braves are doing. Their hitting is real good, but their pitching sucks. I don't know what's going on with that. But the Nationals are, I don't know what they're doing either. And the Phillies, well, they're terrorizing the Cubs right now. I know that full-heartedly right now. The Phillies actually won a series against the Padres too. They're in 4th of July weekend, so that's good for them. Bryce Harper had another bomb. He actually hit a home run for runner on base. Wow, he actually hit a home run with a runner on base, which is crazy. He finally did it. He finally hit a home run for a runner on base. Took him like 16 tries to do that, but he finally got it. And the Mets, after taking a series, I believe, versus the Yankees, they busted Cole in the 4th inning. They abused Garrett Cole. I believe that was a Saturday, or not Saturday. I believe that was on their doubleheader on Sunday. But yeah, the Mets are doing good. The Mets got good pitching. They got their hitting starting to improve again. I mean, I'm really liking the Mets. I really think the Mets are an underrated team. A bunch of people might not think that, but I think that. that's really what I got for the NL, man. I mean, the NL is going to be really, really tough. Again, I'm trying to see Trevor Story to the Reds. As a Cubs fan, we don't need Trevor Story. Which sucks, but that's just the case, as a matter of fact. But we are selling, so who knows? I don't know, but if we're gonna sell, we're most likely not gonna get Trevor Story. I think the best fit for him would be the Reds, though. In a division where you can definitely change the shift of momentum in, I definitely think them getting Trevor Story would be good. Also, a team like the Phillies, because the Mets, they don't need Trevor Story because they have Francisco Lindor. They paid him humongous money, but the Phillies could use him. The Phillies could definitely use him, and then anybody in the AL, as in somebody like the man. It's tough, like the Indians. The Indians could use Trevor Story badly. They're on a 7-game losing streak right now. They could use him badly. The Royals could use Trevor Story. The A's could use Trevor Story. The Mariners, even the Angels. Well, even the Angels too, man. It's very competitive right now. The standings are, no one's really like taking over the division. Like, teams have high wins, but really no one's like pulling away. No one's really pulling away. Everybody's kind of just staying right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's not there. The AL right now, the best team is right now the Red Sox. They're at 54-33. The next best is the Astros at 53-33. Then you got the White Sox at 50-35. The wild cards are looking pretty spicy, as the Rays and the A's would both be in the wild card, and they would both, and the team right behind them would actually be the Seattle Mariners, and then after that it would be Toronto, and then Anaheim, the Angels. I think one thing we gotta talk about though with the Angels is Shohei Ohtani. On Friday, I went to a game. They faced the Orioles. It was a very good game. That was a game where Ohtani hit 2 bombs and got his 30th bomb. I posted on Twitter. His second home run that he got for his 30th bomb. I was able to record it. I was with my dad. We both saw it. We both recorded it. I posted it on Twitter. That was probably like about a couple of days. Yeah, that was about half a week ago. And the way how the ball, his first home run, like the seats we were at were very good. Like his first home run, that thing was like majestic, like in the sky. That thing was beautiful. But what he hit, that looked like the ball was going to heaven. I mean, that is exactly what that looked like. That was, oh my gosh, I don't even. It was a very impressive hit. And then his second home run that he hit opposite field, he demolished that ball. Like the launch angle on that ball, like you just knew it was out. And it was crazy. They faced the O's. They won. It was a very exciting night on the walk-off of Ohtani that he scored the last run. And yeah, Shohei Ohtani has definitely got my MVP vote, and he is much taller in person. Like, I didn't know he was that big, and I didn't know he could turn the burners on. That man is fast. That man, for being that height, is fast, and he's a good pitcher too. Like, he is fast. Like, it's actually insane. It's crazy. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. And so Mike Trout gets back. So then let's hope that the Angels, because I really want to see the Angels make the playoffs, because Mike Trout has been wasted of years of years and years, and he needs to make the playoffs. I don't care what anybody says. He needs to make the playoffs because this is a team game. It's not like basketball where a person can carry a team to the playoffs. They can't do that. It's baseball. It's way different. But yeah, man. I mean, I had to point that out as I got Ohtani as my MVP right now. My National League MVP, my Cy Young is Jacob deGrom, and right now I'm going with Fernando Tatis at the beginning of the season, as the first half of the season, but then I'm going with, it's like being like the front runner for it, but then I got deGrom at the end game, and then right now I just got Ohtani. That's who I got in the AL. So I'm really excited for the next week of, I guess, baseball. We'll definitely have an update on these standings. Things will definitely be a lot different. Teams that definitely could get that boost is the Indians, who are 1-9. In the last 10 games, we'll see where they're at in a week. The Blue Jays and the Yankees, we'll see where they're at. Let's see if they get any closer. The NL West is going to be really tight, so we'll just see what happens there. The NL East, like usual, is always close, and let's just hope that the Cubs just win a damn game. Like it's, I don't know, man. Like, just let them win a game. Like, that's all I want. Like, just nothing else. Just let them win a game. 11-game losing streak, the worst team in baseball right now. But yeah, that's all I gotta say. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, or not even I hope. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. This nice morning podcast with my raspy voice. It's right now 8:27 in the morning. So all I gotta say is I hope you guys have a good rest of your morning, a good rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.